What's going on, you guys? Welcome back to another Screw Toy action figure review. And today we have a very special action figure right here in front of us. This is the 20-year anniversary Marvel Legends Iron Man. And this packaging just straight up gives me so much nostalgia. It reminds me of me with my mom at Walmart when I was like 6, 7 years old, begging her to buy me an action figure of a superhero that I love. And yeah, man, it's just, again, very nostalgic. Growing up, we didn't have too much money, so these action figures were, very rare for me to have. And, my mom did her best to buy me what she could. And when I, did end up picking up a Marvel Legends, it was something, very special, something that I would, take care of and make sure I had all the accessories. And yeah, it's just, again, very nostalgic. The packaging is just going to be very, very hard for me to rip into and take this action figure out. But I will buy a double later on down the line so I can hang it on my wall. But yeah, man, again, this is the 20-year anniversary Marvel Legends line. It does come on a retro card. Back then it was a clamshell where everything was 100% plastic, and ripping into that plastic was freaking awful, dude. I remember getting horrible war wounds, battling those damn packages. But this one obviously is, to fit modern times, as they're trying to cut down on plastic because we got to save this earth, man. It's we only have one. So yeah, very happy that they went with the cardboard instead of full plastic. We still get a big amount of plastic, but nothing compared to what Toy Biz used to do. But again, this is a homage to Toy Biz and their old style retro packaging. The first series that they did was Iron Man, Hulk, Captain America, and Toad. So we've seen the other two. We got Iron Man here. We have yet to see Toad. Can't wait to see him. I'm pretty sure he's going to be pretty amazing. But enough of me rambling on. Let's look at the packaging. Then we'll take a closer look at the figure itself. So my dumbass opened this packaging before I even got to show y'all what it looks like. I got a little carried away, a little bit ahead of myself. But you do get the big Marvel Legends logo right here, the original OG Marvel Legends logo, the name of the character, 20 years, to show you that this line has been going for 20 years, which that's great achievement, man. Hopefully we get 20 more years of Marvel Legends. Reversible backdrop, as it does come with a card that shows you a comic image and a backdrop. You get the logos of all the characters: Captain America, Daredevil, Avengers, Fantastic Four, X-Men, Spider-Man, Captain America, Daredevil. You get the point. On top, you get Marvel Series number 1, as this is the, again, homage to the Series 1 of Toy Biz Legends. Hasbro, warning, do not eat the accessories. If you're 4 and under, you unfortunately cannot have this figure. On the back, you get a very nice promo image of the figure right there with the backdrop. Marvel Legends, 20 years, same logos. A read up on Iron Man and the 20-year of Marvel Legends. So you want to pause that and read that now. You can't do so. A bunch of bullshit down here. You get a barcode right there. Marvel, Hasbro. And yeah, man, enough about this packaging. Let's open this figure, even though it's already open. Now getting a quick look at all the accessories that Iron Man does come with. He does come with this very, very nice base right here that does have the OG Marvel Legends logo on there, and it does have 2 pegos right there. That is for Iron Man to peg in and stand on. You can see the slot back here, and that slot is for the backdrop, which is a Iron Man cover of a Iron Man comic book. And back then, with the original Hasbro Toy Biz line of Marvel Legends, you actually used to get a comic book with the figure, and the back is a Stark sign. Backdrop back then with the Toy Biz figures, you actually used to get a diorama piece of this actual sign. But now with plastic being so expensive, yeah, that's not gonna happen. So we instead get a cardboard cutout of that. And it's understandable. This is the reason why Toy Biz went out of business, was because they were giving us so much plastic for so little money. So the reason that Hasbro has been able to keep the Marvel Legends line going is by doing things like this. It does suck, it would have been nice to get an actual comic book and an actual diorama piece, but hey, this is pretty cool as well. I know a lot of people griped about that, but if you don't like it, don't buy it, man. But just putting the figure here up front with these little stand and comic book cover. Bam! Look at that. Yeah, I like that, man. That looks dope. Iron Man does come with 2 sets of hands. The first one being these fists. The second set of hands that he does come with are these open repulsor blasting hands, and they do have a peg hole in the center. And these peg holes are for these repulsor blast effects that we originally saw with Riri Williams. Another set of accessories that he does come with are these smoke trail effects, and I'm not the biggest fan of them, as I always have a hard time figuring out how these are supposed to go. I know they originally came with Riri Williams, and in the promo images they wrapped around her wrists, but they look better on her feet. So I'm still having a hard time figuring out how these smoke trail effects are supposed to work out. So if you guys do know how they're supposed to wrap around his ankles or wrist, please let me know in the comments down below. And the last accessory that this figure does come with is this unmasked Tony Stark head. And this head sculpt is perfection, man. It's by far the best 6-inch comic book Tony Stark head that anybody has ever made. It is just literally just pulled straight out of the comic books and into plastic form. I know when Stanley was designing Tony Stark, he had Hugh Hefner in mind, and yeah, I could definitely see it in this head sculpt. And here we have Iron Man up close and personal, and just straight up, I really do enjoy this figure quite a bit, man. It is really nice, a really solid figure. Just getting a close-up look at him. He does have some brand new parts, but a lot of it is reused. These arms, these legs are reused, but everything else is brand new. The torso, the head sculpt, all brand new. What I do enjoy about this figure quite a bit is that he does have these panel lines throughout the head, crotch area, arms, and boots. And they actually painted those lines in, man, which is really rare for Hasbro to do. We did just see the Shocker figure a couple days ago, and we saw that, you know, Hasbro doesn't really like to actually have the figure right here. We can see that Hasbro doesn't really like to fill in those lines, and yeah, as you can see here, they actually did paint them in, and it just adds so much more depth and brings out that sculpt so much more, man. And they need to do this more often. I know they hate doing it with the Spider-Man figures, don't know why, but it just, again, as you can see here, it makes that sculpt pop so much more. Now, having them up close and personal with the 80-year anniversary Iron Man, again, I thought it was a lot of reuse, but there is a lot of brand new on this figure. He has a brand new torso. As you can see, this one's a lot more musculature and bigger and bulkier compared to this new one. It's a lot more slimmer and a lot more toned down. The arc reactor is bulging out. Compared to this one, it's a lot more sunken in. These little nipple things are a lot more sticking out, and these are a lot more sunken in. He doesn't have these disc plates on the side as the 80-year anniversary one does. And yeah, I believe that's pretty much it. The crotch area is brand new too. As you can see, he does have a rectangle, or what's it called, trapezoid, that's actually sticking out a lot further than this one. This one's more of a rectangle than a trapezoid. But I believe that's pretty much all brand new on this figure. And just little subtle differences really make a difference. They really do make this figure feel brand new in a way. Not really, but you know, it kind of differentiates them. I do like that they gave us the horn version, which was a variant back in the Toy Biz days. Again, Toy Biz released so many versions or variants of this figure. We saw the normal head sculpt with the regular helmet. We saw the stealth suit version. We saw a gold metallic version. We saw so many variants back 20 years ago when Toy Biz originally released this figure. And it's nice that they gave us the horn version again. It just kind of makes it a little bit more different than what we have already seen. We've seen a figure very similar to this in the Shang-Chi wave with the normal head that looks pretty much just exactly like this, just in yellow and red instead of gold and red. And yeah, man, this figure is really nice. Again, it's so nostalgic, and it just brings back so many memories. But I really do enjoy it quite a bit, man. A lot more than I thought I was going to. But yeah, we'll get a closer look here at articulation. Then we'll get some size comparisons. Now getting a quick look at articulation. His head is on a ball and hinge, and you can look up this much down. He doesn't have a lot of head pivot. His arms are on ball joints to move out this much. And I would recommend heating up this figure, as it is a little bit tight, but nothing too bad. So you can hit a very nice T-pose. He does have upper bicep swivel, double jointed elbows that only bend in about 90, as that cuff from that glove does get in the way. His hands do swivel, rotate a full 360, and hinge up and down, except for his repulsor blast hands, as they do not have a hinge. His ab crunch does crunch this much forward, this much back. He does have a waist swivel, upper thigh cuts that, ooh, again, I would heat this figure up. As you can hear that it's very, very, very tight figure right now. He does have double jointed knees that bend in a decent amount. He does have boot rotation, hinges on his feet that hinge this much forward, this much back, and he does have great ankle pivot with pebbles at the bottom of his feet. Now getting a quick look at some size comparisons. Here we have the 20-year anniversary Ironman next to the 80-year anniversary Ironman. And as you can see, they stand at the same height as they are pretty much the exact same figure. Here he is next to the 80-year anniversary Captain America, and I cannot wait to get that unparalleled cap, as it's just a way better upgrade to this Captain America. Here he is next to the Love Triangle 3-pack Wolverine, the Marvel Legends War Machine, Ultron, and last but not least, Hulk. And there you have it, a very solid figure overall, man. I really did enjoy this figure a lot more than I thought I was going to. It's just something about this figure that really takes me back to a very simple time when I was a little kid and I was begging my mom in the toy aisle to buy me a toy. And yeah, man, it's just, again, just takes me to simpler times. But I do recommend picking this figure up if you don't have a definitive Iron Man in your collection. If you have that 80-year anniversary Iron Man, which is still probably my favorite Iron Man in my collection, I would still recommend picking this figure up and just keeping them in the package, man. That packaging is very beautiful. Again, very reminiscent to those old Toy Biz days, man. And yeah, man, I think the Hasbro really did a good job doing this line and really celebrating 20 years of Marvel Legends, man. Not a lot of toy lines can say they've been around that long. And yeah, it's a great achievement, man. And shout out to the Marvel Legends team. They always kill it, man. But yeah, man, make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe. Follow me on my Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok. The links to all those are in the description down below. But enough of me rambling on, man. I'll catch you guys next time. Peace.